Hi, if you're new here, my name is Allie and I talk all things Disney and photography. And today is a very special adventure. But priority one is coffee, so let's go do that now. Coffee has been acquired.
It has. And breakfast.
Those smell really good, like the potatoes, the breakfast potatoes. I don't want one. They smell really good. All right, so we had to make a quick stop for some gas before we hit the road, but we are on our way to Marceline, Missouri, which, if you don't know, is Walt Disney's hometown. And this trip is a little extra special as well because the Walt Disney Studios is celebrating 100 years this year, which is just absolutely insane. And so the town itself, in partnership with the Walt Disney Hometown Museum that they have there, is putting on a street fair that's open to the public, and then the company Citizen is actually donating a clock to the city, and they're doing a dedication this afternoon. And so we're headed up there to see the festivities and just experience this and check out Walt Disney's hometown. Good. All right, so we finally made it to Marceline, Missouri, and we are here on the original Main Street, USA. Now the festivities have already started, so let's go see what we can find.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good, how are you doing?
What's your name?
I'm Allie.
Allie?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Allie.
meet you as well.
Hi, I'm Brett.
David.
David, nice to meet you both. Do you want to get on either side and we'll have a balanced photo?
You want to learn how to dance?
7, marching first. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, running 1 and 2, step, dig, here and walk 1, 6, 7, 8, now big 1, 2 and 3.
I didn't have any expectations. I mean, I'd seen pictures like of the town, but you know, they said they were having a celebration, and I was like, in a small town, this could either mean like, okay, 10 people are gonna show up, or like 10,000 people are gonna show up.
Actually, it's kind of been more in the middle.
Yeah, it really has, which
Like,
is
a good amount of people where it's like fun and there's
oh
energy,
yeah,
but
there's
not-
definitely like things to do, and you can tell so many people like us like came from out of town. Oh, that's a fun little mural. You go check it out? So, after enjoying some of the festivities for a bit, we decided to hop on over and visit the Walt Disney Dreaming Tree and Family Barn. Maybe. Okay, it's back there. I was like, all I could see was the hay.
Ends. We're done.
It's like, all right. You know, Walt wasn't actually born in Marceline. They moved here when he was, I think, 3 or 4. But he has this quote. It says, "To tell the truth, more things of importance happened to me in Marceline than have happened to me since or are likely to in the future." It's also on the mural. So he clearly had a love for this little town. I can see why. That's so cool. So I guess it's just, it was a tree on their farm that he would sit under and draw, create his cartoons. It was struck by lightning in 2008 and then blew over in 2015. They replanted a sapling from the original tree. Soil from the Magic Kingdom and water from the rivers of America were mixed with soil from the farm during the planting ceremony for the sapling of the original Dreaming Tree. That is so cool. I also love, we were doing some research on Walt's father and kind of his like family history and stuff, and it's said that before they moved to Marceline, they lived in Chicago. And the reason that Elias decided to pick up his family and move them all to a 40-acre farm in Missouri was because some of their neighbors, like the kids, were involved in like a barn robbery. And Elias was like, I don't want my children to grow up around crime and be influenced. So they bought 45 acres in the middle of Missouri.
Here we are.
And here we are. And then I think a few years later, they ended up moving to Kansas City before Walt kind of took off on his own.
Around when he was 10, right?
Yeah. We've also learned that his wife, Lily?
I think that's right. If not, we can throw it up on screen if it's different.
Lillian. Okay, so I was right. His wife, Lillian, we actually did learn his wife, Lillian, was older than Walt.
Yeah, by 2 years.
Yeah, she was born in '89 and he was born in 1901, so.
I just thought it was cool that even though he could have claimed Chicago or Kansas City as his hometown, you know,
He chose Marceline. This is what he felt was his hometown and where he gathered a lot of inspiration for his work going forward. And I mean, it's obvious, you know, even when he was alive, he and Roy would come back to the town and, you know, they named the elementary school after him. I think they named the post office after him. So he has a federal building named after him. And, you know, he gave so much back to this city, the museum, like the old
Autotopia?
Autotopia ride, you know, they literally like lifted it out of Disneyland and brought it here. And there's just so much love that you can see was genuine from Walt himself for
this little hometown.
This little town. It's very sweet. Apparently when he was young, he decided to host a circus in the barn, and he charged his friends 10 cents for a show of a goat, a pig, and the family dog and cat dressed in his sister's doll clothing. And when his mom heard the commotion, 'cause apparently his friends were not impressed by the show, his mom came in and requested that Walt refund the admission. And she said, if you deliver more than your audience expects, they will never be disappointed. I mean, if you think about almost anything in Disneyland or Walt Disney World, if you give more than your audience expects, they'll never be disappointed. The old family barn. Apparently there's a recreation of it over in California.
Oh. Surprised they had room to recreate it over in California.
No. Well, I mean, when Walt was still alive, there was a little space left.
True.
Oh, how cool. The barn was built in 2001 to celebrate Walt's 100th birthday. This is so cool. Autographs and words to Walt are welcome. This is so cool. We should have brought a pen. Here inside the barn, people are encouraged to sign their name or write a message to Walt. It was so inspiring to see how many people come through here and leave a message behind, knowing that this is just a small fraction of those whose lives Walt has impacted. I think now it's time to find some lunch. So after a bit of enjoying some of the festivities, we decided to go and take a lunch break. However, this actually led us to almost completely missing getting to see Mickey and Minnie. They had actually brought them out on stage to come and greet everybody who was here at the festival, but we did get a little bit of footage of them as they were saying their goodbyes. But it was really cool to see Mickey and Minnie, and they actually had them set out on this stage, which was right in front of this train that was donated to the city of Marceline from the Santa Fe Railroad Company. Now, as we all know, Walt had a huge love for trains, and you can actually ride a steam-powered train not only in Disneyland, but also in Disney World as well. It was something that Walt wanted to include in both of his parks. So now for the main event of this festival, we're gonna head over to the Walt Disney Hometown Museum. Okay, so if you didn't know, Citizen Watch Company actually makes the clock towers that you see not only in Disneyland, but also in Walt Disney World as well. And this year we are celebrating 100 years of the Walt Disney Studio. And when Citizen found this out, they decided that Walt's hometown of Marceline, Missouri needed its own clock tower as well.
As the official timekeeper of Walt Disney World Resort, Citizen dedicates this Main Street USA clock to the Walt Disney Hometown Museum and to the fans, the visitors, and most importantly, the townspeople of Marceline. We know that this is just the beginning of a blossoming relationship between Citizen and Marceline and cannot wait to see what's in store next.
This larger-than-life, fully working clock not only brings a special piece of the Disney parks to Marceline, but further enhances the story that Walt started here in his hometown.
The notable Main Street USA clock has truly stood the test of time. Every minute is magic.
3, 2, 1.
After the dedication, we took a slow stroll down Main Street. It was so surreal being in the place that inspired Main Street USA that now lives in the Disney parks. Seeing the original Uptown Theater, the place where the confectionery stood, and even the Emporium was just incredible. But even more incredible was getting to know the people of Marceline. You could just see how proud they were of their town and everything that Walt accomplished. If you ever get the chance, Marceline is truly a town worth visiting. Thank you all for following along with me as we experience this once-in-a-lifetime celebration. This style of video is a bit new to me, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If you enjoyed watching this more vlog-style video, be sure to leave me a comment below and I'll make sure to capture more videos like this of our travels. As always, be sure to subscribe if you want more Disney and photography content, and I'll see you in the next video.